Alright guys, how's it going today? This is going to start a new series on my channel. I'm going to break down every single iPhone minus the S models, and that way you can see how each phone has evolved, and I'm just going to hang them on the wall in my office. So, this is my iPhone 4. I bought it on eBay for 99 cents plus shipping, and I bought it as not working. And as you can see here, it does turn on. The screen's in perfect condition. The battery's good. But the one problem is it's activation locked. So it's the perfect phone to start this project with because the screen looks good, but it just does not turn on because of iCloud. So as you can see here, I'm removing the pentalobe screws on the bottom. And this is one of the easiest iPhones to get into, but I would say it is the second hardest to work on, with the iPhone 2G coming in first. So as you can see here, I'm removing the battery, and there is only one screw that holds on the battery connector. Unlike the 4S, the 4S has two screws. So if you're doing this on 4S, it'll just have two screws, and then there's like a little grounding bracket too. So here we just remove this little cover that is holding this connector on, and you're just going to want to peel that back and kind of fold it out of the way. And that way it will allow you to get to the vibrating motor and everything down there, which would also include the Wi-Fi antenna. Now, anyone that would want to do this, I would suggest going to iFixit.com and finding the correct teardown for your phone, and that way you know what you're doing. So here we're removing the 5 screws that hold on this metal cover, and that will allow us to take off all of the connectors from the camera to the speakers, whatnot, everything that is on this cell phone. So, as you can see here, you just want to, once your battery is disconnected, you don't need to worry too much about shorting anything out. So you can use a flathead screwdriver, and that would probably be the easiest to wedge in there. And especially if you're not going to be putting this phone back together, you don't need to worry about ruining these connectors at all. So as you can see here, I'm just trying to work around all this because although the iFixit guides are very good, they do not show everything. But here we go, we just removed the logic board from the phone. There was a few studs that go around the base that you will see as you take it apart. But now we are taking off these screws, and what these screws do is they hold in the display. At first I thought there was only these 6 along the edges I'm taking out, but it turns out there's also one in each corner. So we will get to that later, and I will show you where they all are and everything. But this is probably the part that stumped me the most, and I would say that this is not for the faint of heart. I'm glad I don't have to put this phone back together because there are so many screws. So you can see I just pointed at all the screws here. There's the last 3 on the bottom. And to take the screen out, it was very difficult. You have to jam, I don't know if this is how you do it, but this is how I was able to do it. Put a screwdriver in there and just turn it a little bit, and then use this is a guitar pick in this instance that came with my kit, and just pry it off. And you just want to guide those ribbon cables right through the frame. And next here, we will take off the home button, and once again just guide it right through the frame. And now we have left is the power button and the lock buttons, or the power button, the volume buttons, and the mute switch. So as you can see here, it's just these Phillips head screws once again at a very difficult angle to get out. You know, this is a very difficult phone to work on, so if you're trying to fix it, I would not suggest it. Just go buy a new one on eBay. You can get one for 10 or 15 bucks that works perfect. Don't try to fix this phone. It's not worth your time. So, unless you like a good challenge, then this is great for you. But see here, we're taking off the headphone jack and this ribbon cable that runs along here that you just want to rub the glue off with. Attaches to all the buttons on the side of your phone, and you're just going to be fragile, you're going to be careful with it because it's very fragile. So as you can see there, I also had the camera on. So now all we have left on this frame is some glue, as you can see me picking off here, and we are about done. I took a few things off after this video, but it wasn't enough to be shown. So as you can see here, we put a lot of the stuff on here, but there's also still a lot of stuff left. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. It was a lot of fun to make. This video altogether only cost probably $7 or $8 to make. All I did was use hot glue, and I'm glad that you guys were here to watch this, and I hope to see you on the next one. Peace.